The next topic I'd like to cover is buildings and contents. Now, most people think going to the internet and looking for the cheapest quote is the way to go. And actually, price is, whilst it's important with buildings and contents insurance, the main thing is to have the right cover. One of the things that most people forget to look at is what the policy actually covers. Now, most insurance policies, and the main thing that you're looking at is the content element of the insurance policy. It's probably most unlikely that you'll claim on the building side. So when you look at the contents, how much is your valuables worth? Do you have anything that is more than £500 or £1,000 in value? Now, most people don't think about that in terms of, no, they look around the house and they go, we haven't. But actually, did you buy your three-piece suite and spend more than £1,000? Did you buy the latest telly? I mean, these new 3D tellies are amazing. Did you spend more than £1,000 on the TV? You might have a piece of jewellery, an engagement ring, a wedding ring, or something that's sentimental, that's old, that you may have never have got valued, but might be worth more than the excess on the policy. Now, the reality is, most people claim on their insurance policies not for major disaster, but for accidental damage. And when you go for the cheaper insurance policies, they're one of the things that usually are excluded, or the excess on the policy is very high. Now, what do I mean by excess? Excess is where there is a limit on what you can claim for a certain amount of money. So if your claim is for £500, the excess may be £250 and you can't claim for the first £250. In the cheaper policies, that excess might be £500 or £1,000. So actually, although you need to make a claim, you can't. And what's a typical accidental damage? Well, it can be anything from knocking a glass of wine over on a carpet, overflowing a bath, lots of things that happen day after day in most people's houses. And actually, when they come to look at their policy, they're not covered. At Edward Mellor's, we have a group of experts that can give you the proper advice and make sure that you get the right advice at the right price. And the reality is, when you load all these covers into even the cheap internet policies, the price ends up the same. But what you get by coming to Edward Mellor's is quality advice. You have a person on the end of the phone that you can discuss your issues with, and we are constantly, annually looking at your policy to make sure you have the best deal in the marketplace. So if you'd like us to give you a quote, again, the link is on the bottom. Find out a little bit more about what we do on buildings and contents insurance and find out how you can get the best value insurance for yourself.